Hello and welcome back. My name is Chris Miller, and in today's tutorial, we're going to continue the WordPress Plugin Development series by including the ACF functionality into our plugin. Now, if you've been following along the series, you'll know that we're creating a custom plugin of our own that is going to create a custom post type called events with a couple of ACF fields that we've added. Now, we're not going to go wild with the functionality on this, but what we are going to do in this particular video is we're going to learn together how we can take the ACF functionality and without requiring the end user to install two separate plugins and activate both of those plugins. What we're going to do is we're going to read the ACF documentation and roll the ACF functionality right into our plugin. We'll probably also fix some conditional logic as we go as well that we failed to do in the previous video. So without further ado, let's get started. Here we go. All right. We've got the code editor up. The first thing I want to fix is the throwing some conditional statements in here. So let's double check to make sure that we actually have some values here. If we don't have any values, what we do not want to do is we do not want to output some blank HTML tags. All right. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and kill this. We want to get rid of the HTML up top. We just want to get the filled data, and let's go ahead and replace this with our variable to make it more performant and dry. Okay, so we're going to get our values. We're going to store our values in two variables. We're going to check to see if the variables have a value, and then we're going to update the variable with the proper HTML class. Oh, we need to update our class here, and use our variable to output the data. So that should work. So if we hit save, and let's come back to our events, and I believe this was our demo event that we were testing before. Yep, we have two sitting here. So let's highlight those. We have two spans, a start date and end date that were prepended to the content. So we can test this to make sure that, let me expand this and zoom out just a little bit. Let's go ahead, let's delete our values and hit update. View event on the front end, and then we have hello world, so our values are no longer there. Great, awesome, yep. And our HTML is no longer being spat out into the DOM, so mission accomplished. Okay, let's move on to ACF include in my plugin. Great first Google hit or Google result, including ACF within a plugin or theme. So let's go ahead and open up that. And basically what the documentation here is telling us is we can include all of the ACF functionality right into our plugin without requiring their plugin to be installed and activated. They do have a few rules. So if we're going to use the free version of ACF, we have to build a plugin that is going to be free, or it can be baked into a free theme in a premium plugin or in a premium theme. What we cannot do, let's see, include an ACF plugin. Oh, we cannot include it in another ACF plugin strictly for ACF. So if we're building, like if we're using an ACF hook to build a whole new ACF field, what it's telling us here is that we can't roll, ACF into our custom ACF field and sort of publish that we're releasing this, all of the ACF functionality to the world. Share license key information, it's pretty straightforward. Use as a selling point. It says that we can do it on the free version. We can sort of advertise, hey, our plugin has ACF built right into it. Okay, great. I recommend reading the rest of the documentation in your own time. We're going to skip down to see how we can do it. So, include the ACF Pro within your plugin and theme. Please download the appropriate ACF plugin and files. Yep. Okay. We recommend using the folder includes ACF with your product files. Next, use the following code as a starter to customize and include the ACF plugin into your plugin theme. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy out this. We're going to drop this right into our plugin. Wrong direction there. And we might want to define it at the very top here. So I'm going to give us some space and isolate what we're seeing here so we have no distractions. All right, a little bit more, great. Okay, and we're going to paste that right in. And it's already looking for the includes ACF, so let's go ahead and create an an includes folder here. And let's go, well, I guess we can just do it from up here. Can we? No, we just want to do download ACF. Great. Here's all the versions that that have been released. So let's go ahead and grab the latest 5.9.9. I'm going to unpack it here. And let's go ahead and pull this over to the side, open up a new folder. We're going to navigate. Well, I guess we don't have to do it that way. We can just click and drag this right into our includes directory here. Okay, great. And we're going to rename it to ACF. Okay. So let's go rename ACF. Great. Okay, I'm going to save. And we're going to flip back to the back end here. And what we're going to do, oh, we're already getting some errors. Okay. What is going on here? I need to inspect. I'm going to delete this, this element here so I can see what's going on. No such file or directory. So I'm reading this right here. No such file or directory in plugins events.php line 23. Okay, so line 23, it's looking for acf.php. Well, we do have an acf.php. Let's see what the at public WP contents plugin events.php. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what's going on now. So up here, it's looking for the ACF folder and file in the wrong directory. It's looking for it in the themes directory when it should be looking for it in the plugin directory. And it's probably because of this function right here, get style sheet directory, which that I'm pretty sure is going to look for the theme directory instead of the plugin directory. So what we'll do is we'll confirm that WP. I like to do my Google searches, prefix my Google searches for WP, and then whatever the function is or whatever it is that I'm searching for, I'm usually going to get pretty positive hits when prefixing the Google searches with WP. And retrieve style sheet directory path for the current theme. So yes, what we need instead is WP get current plugin directory. Plugin directory path. Get the file system directory path within a trailing slash. Okay. Return the file system path of the directory that contains the plugin. Let's reference the error back here. Ooh, sorry, I'm flipping all over the place. Okay. Let's give this a spin. Let's see if this works. Okay. Refresh. All right. It didn't yell at us. That's a good sign. All right, so let's put this to the test. I'm not exactly sure. Wait. Okay, hold on. It looks like that the admin interface here in the back end is already went away, left us, went away. That's because of this right here, show admin false. Let's change that to true. So hide the ACF admin menu item. Looks like it's using a filter hook that is provided to us by ACF, which is nice. So let's hit save, hit refresh. Yep, there you go. It just came back. So that's giving us some positive feedback there. We can tell that something's happening. So I'm going to close out this inspector, zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to hit deactivate on ACF, and then I'll hit delete on ACF and hit OK. All right. Now let's refresh. And with ACF gone, we can see that we have the custom fields that are still here, the custom fields admin interface. And we still have all the same settings. We can also float over here to, I'm not sure what's going on up here. There's something weird up there, but that's, we're going to worry about that some other time. We're going to come up here to events and to the demo event. And we can still see our, that's strange. We can still see our fields here, but we're not getting our date picker. Okay, something weird's happening. What's going on? Have any console? Okay, ACF global. Fail to load. Oh, okay. Failed to load the resource. Not found. Okay, what didn't it find? Okay. I see what's happening now. So the file path that works fine for us here, but what we need to provide is a URL, not a file path on the second line. So what we need to find is WP plugin or WP get plugin URL. All right. There's the first hit there. And it looks really similar to the function we're already using. So let's paste that in. And we're going to go back to the back end. Let's close out a few of these tabs. Starting to get a little busy up here. Okay. And we're going to hit refresh. And we have a clean console log, which is a good sign. Aside from the jQuery or JQ migrate there. All right, let's test our field. Great, that's awesome. Okay, so we're back up and working. We don't have that funny business going on up here anymore. So we killed two birds with one stone. Good stuff. All right, so let's go back to the plugin and confirm, yes, we do have ACF still deactivated, uninstalled. We're going to do one more thing before we close out the video, and we're going to spin up a completely new WordPress site And we're going to take this plugin and install it over there to make sure that it still works. So let's flip over to here and let's say add new site, and we'll say events plugin test site, continue, admin. Again, I said this at a previous video, don't deploy anything like that. Probably best practice to not even set it that way on local if it's even a legitimate project that you think that you're going to deploy. But you know, I live on the edge. I'm going to destroy this instance, so not really that concerned. All right. Okay, and then so what we need to do now, while that's going, we can do one of two things. We can either take the folder and copy it, move it over, or we can zip the folder and we can upload it through the backend WordPress admin interface. It doesn't matter which one you do, you're gonna end up with the same result. So we might just go ahead and move the folder over. So we're gonna click on this Finder icon there, and we're gonna come to App, Public, WP Content, and Plugins. We have no plugins installed in our new WordPress site. Okay, so we're going to take our test site, go to App, Public, WP Content, Plugins, and then here's our Events plugin. I'm going to do a Option drag, and I'm going to drop it right there, which is going to create a copy. And if you're working on Windows, whatever the equivalent to Option drag is, I'm not quite sure what that is. Okay, and then now what we need to do is click on Admin, log in to the back end of this site. I'll zoom in for you. Here we go. And let's go to Plugins, and we can see our Events plugin right here. Now, mind you, we do not see a custom fields icon over here yet, and we do not see an events icon or menu item over here yet either. So we're going to click activate, and there we go. We have events and we have custom fields. If we click on custom fields, there's the gotcha. It doesn't have any of our event fields defined here. So that's a very important thing I forgot to mention. What we'll do is we'll flip back over to our original site. Let's go to custom fields, go to tools, and there's two different ways we can go about exporting the fields and then hard coding those and defining them within the plugin. We can go the JSON route, or we can go the PHP route. For this video, we're going to go the PHP route. So all I want are the fields that we created for events here. So I'll click on it and click generate PHP, and we'll take a look. I'm sure they have a copy. Yeah, copy to clipboard. All right. Wrong way. Let's go over here. Okay. Now what we could do is we could split this off and put it in another file. But for this video, we're just going to continue to work in the same events.php file that we've been working in. And down below this code block, we're just going to paste in what we just copied. We're not going to review anything that's here in this video. We may cover that in the future video, but the short version is that all of the field settings that we created in the GUI are here in a PHP array. And you can edit any of these here as well and manage all of those directly in the code. So I'm going to hit save. And that's not going to work either because that's the old plugin. I'm not thinking. Okay, here we go. All right. We're going to click and drag this onto VS Code. Yep. And we're going to click events.php. And then again, drop below, paste in our code, hit save. and then back to the new site, refresh. And we're probably not going to, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see the filled group sitting here in the ACF admin screen. So if you do this and you're just scratching your head and going, well, why isn't it showing up? I did what Chris told me to do. That's okay. We're not going to see it here because it's not saved in the database. It's saved in the code. But if we come over here to events and we click add new event, let's scroll down the page. And then we can see that we do have start date and end date. To further prove that here, let's go ahead and comment out or just delete temporarily what we've hard coded in. And then we hit refresh and then our fields have disappeared. So let's bring those back by doing undo, save, refresh. Awesome. All right, that is it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or concerns or suggestions for a future video, please throw a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting subscribe and come find me on Twitter, Miller T. Chris, for more of these videos.